What's going on, everyone? You're listening to 99 Yards here with your host, Audibot. And today, if you're watching this on YouTube, you might see this differently. I'm doing it over Zoom. And today we have a very special guest on the show. You want to introduce yourself?
Sure. What's up, y'all? It's DJHunts, and I'm here.
Yes.
The
You have a very successful TikTok page, really good DJ, Twitch. So go check him out. Like, I watch his TikToks all the time. So yeah, let's get into it. And if you're on Anchor, there will be a 30-second announcement I have to make here. And if you're on YouTube, we'll just get right into it because yeah. So let's start off with, how'd you start off getting into TikTok?
Well, I've had TikTok for probably over a year now. I was just like anybody else, just checking it out, having fun watching TikTok videos. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how it really began. I was just having fun watching TikToks, and then obviously eventually I started filming myself reacting to some funny content. Mm-hmm. And that's when I really start to almost for one video almost got a million views. I'm just all I did was just watch this guy's video. What the heck?
Yeah.
But then when all the political riots were going down, when the whole COVID thing started going and people were just going nuts and just hating on each other, it was really at that time I started to do something funny, do something to bring something to the table, because I was getting stressed out. I was being filled with anxiety, and I needed to find that relief personally for myself. And I knew that a lot of people would want that as well, because all you see on TikTok when the riots were going on is, you're racist. No, he's a racist. Now this is bad. Look at all this. Look at these people burning down these people. I was like, dude, I can't handle that.
Yeah.
I can't handle that. There's got to be something more than just this right now. So that's when I started taking comedy skits. I listened to Brian Regan, Tim Hawkins growing up. Mm-hmm. And I just thought, dude, what if I made a skit out of one of their comedy skits? And then once I started posting up on TikTok, that really started to blow up, and I just figured, wow, this is good. I'll keep doing this.
So yeah. You mentioned that you're really known for your comedy skits, right? So why did you do comedy skits? Because a lot of people, especially for you, that you have 2 million followers, right? And it's everyone thinks that to get successful off TikTok, you have to do dances and stuff. So why was it comedy skits for you?
Because I love comedy. Mm-hmm. Simple, bro. It's honestly because it made me laugh. When I go on TikTok, I was looking for something to make me laugh. And dances don't make me laugh unless it's really, really dumb, and I'm just like, ah. And I would just hope to see someone just totally just butcher it and make fun of it. Mm-hmm. But no, I just I love comedy, bro. I love to go on TikTok and sit there for an hour or two and just watch some funny stuff, So that's kind of why I got into the comedy skit of it. Mm-hmm. I just enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. So I had OJ Knows on a couple weeks ago, and he was and me and him have been talking, and he was he goes through 10 minutes of just watching creators, just trying to find something. Is that part of your process, or is it what you're gonna do?
It's both. I mean, honestly, when I kind of started, I already had an idea. I already had a few comedy skits in my mind that I was I know I'm gonna do. And even to this day, I still have a lot of comedy ideas from comedians that I'm gonna do just at the right time. I got when the holidays roll around, I got a comedy skit from Jim Gaffigan I'm gonna throw in there. When it gets closer to election seasons, I got a funny bit from Brian Regan that I want to use. But there are times in the process, especially with other stuff in comedy, I try to find I call them fillers, where I do SpongeBob or Perry the Platypus, which was a big success for me. I do go through TikToks. I do scroll, see if I can find something, and I'll save the video or save the audio for a skit.
So you bring up Perry the Platypus, and your logo is actually you as Perry the Platypus. So how did that come about?
Yeah, dude. It first came about because when I started getting like building a lot of followers, there was this one guy that commented on one of my videos like, "Hey, Dan Poppermine's following you." I'm like, "Who's Dan Poppermine?
Oh yeah.
Who's that?" So I looked him up. I was like, "Oh, he's that guy, the guy who created Face Fair. Cool." Well, and then I just immediately I thought, I was like, "Well, I gotta do something. I gotta do something to show my appreciation for his follow in a sense." And so then I bought teal paint. It's not blue. It's not green. For everybody who keeps typing blue and green. No, I bought teal paint, like 2 bottles of it. I've only used 1 so far. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna dress up as Perry the Platypus. I'm gonna paint myself all teal and do like a whole bit out of that. And then when I did that, then I got, obviously, then people started saying, "Yo, dude, Dan Poppermine duetted your video." And I was just like, that's a big win for me.
Yeah.
So I was just really blown away by that. I was very appreciative. I was like, dude, at that moment, I was just like, dude, that's a big achievement for me right there. So, and then now the whole logo thing, I had a homie. His name is Jeffrey. On TikTok, he's called The Real Raspberry. He's the guy who did that logo for me. He just took it upon himself to draw me as Perry the Platypus, and I was just like, dude, that is awesome. And I was like, I got to make that my logo.
So yeah, I mean, I was it the episode where or was it the TikTok where you were reacting to, or you duetted the drawing of you and Perry the Platypus?
Yeah. I did a TikTok where I reacted to like the reveal of this cartoon he made me. Yeah.
How crazy was that? Just like that feeling, because like I know like it's one thing to like create TikToks and get big, but it's another thing to have people like try and draw you and want to like do stuff like, you know, like that in that sort of nature. What was that feeling for you?
Bro, it's just a feeling of appreciation, man. You know, I'm, you know, in all reality, bro, I'm no superstar. I'm no famous person. I'm no celebrity by any means, dude. I'm just a regular guy. And just as much as it would feel if someone like bought you like a coffee or someone bought you a soda, it's the same kind of feeling as if someone like showed their appreciation of me drawing a picture of that, you know. It's a little bit more because obviously this person put a lot more time and work into it to show that not only does he like my content, but he loved that part of the skit where I loved it. So it's just like this big feeling of like of being appreciated. So that's what it feels like. I was just like, I can't believe people are doing this, and I'm just like so grateful. So and all I want to do is just show love back, you know.
So have you ever had any fan encounters yet?
Bad encounters?
Oh no, fan encounters.
Oh, fan encounters. Yeah. That was I've had a couple. Actually, quite a few. The one of the first encounters I had, I was at this restaurant / bar called the Cantina. It's like in a local town in Carlsbad, and I was just walking to meet someone up there, and I think it was like this guy's like, "Yo, cool, you're that guy from TikTok." And I was like, "That's finally happening." And then this one guy, he was probably on something or maybe had a little too much to drink, dude. He was just floored. "Oh my gosh, you're that guy from TikTok. Oh my gosh, can I get a photo with you?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, go for it, man." Yeah, just trying to be cool. Yeah. And he actually came back. He must have not got it the first time, so he came back again. But it was like, yeah. So I've had a couple counters. I go to I have a local beach I go to, and I've had a couple counters there. So it's happened. I like it. I appreciate it. It's cool.
Yeah. And I was kind of interested when you said the bad encounters. I just wanted to see what you were gonna say about that.
Oh, I haven't had any bad encounters.
Okay.
I mean, I've got some people who say, "Yo, stop stealing comedians' comedy skits, bro. You're not funny." Putting your skit to us, like, I just don't care.
Yeah. So
say what you want, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And when it does come to like those comments and those bad comments, I just respond with love. Like, hey, bro, if you don't find it funny, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's not for everybody. If you don't like it, go ahead, scroll on.
Yeah, because there's some people who like go off on like haters or whatever. So yeah. So do you just not care whenever you see anything about that? And have you ever had any like people who just keep on commenting on your videos, just trying to get attention. So like stuff like that.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Not bad, but just
Yeah.
good. People comment.
Not like haters.
Oh, haters?
Yeah.
No, I mean no, not all the time. I think there was the one video I made. It was like USA versus Canada,
Mm-hmm.
and people were getting upset because I used a hashtag that had nothing to do with the skit, and I just did that just to get more views, just to get more people to look at it. And people were a little offended because I tagged indigenous people.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, why is this under indigenous people? Come on. I'm like, and I was just like, I could go off on this person, but then I was like, no. I'm going to be like, hey, sorry about that. I'll be more sensitive next time. I'll be careful. And then he says, okay, no problem. And then just resolves the whole, doesn't matter anymore. You know, it's just like, so I always try to respond with love, with kindness, you know, try to be apologetic, you know, and just not to make a big stir of anything. Last thing anybody needs in this world right now is an argument over hashtags.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm not going to try to make a big deal over, you know, this. I'll just be like, hey, sorry, I won't do it again.
So who are some TikTokers that you follow or that you like?
You know, some TikTokers that I follow is I follow this guy because apparently we're twins. We look so much alike. His name is Mr. Hamilton. And I keep getting tags in my comments. And I look at his comments because like, yo, you look like DJHunts. Hey, you look like Mr. Hamilton. So I looked him up and I was like, yeah, we do look a little bit like. He has a little bit more red than I do, and mine's more brown to him. So I follow him.
Did you do a duet with him?
I did a duet with him.
Yeah.
I did that was the one. Speaking of dances, that was like the only dance I've ever done. And that was just because of Mr. Hamilton.
Yeah, I was confused about that. I was confused about that whenever I first saw it.
So, and then another one is Call Me Kale. She's Canadian. I follow her. She has very good facial expressions. I was kind of like, to me, every time I see like your channel, I'm always like, I can get better. Like I can get more. It's like this little small thing in my head that I try to do. But she's really good. I like follow her and see what she's doing. Who else do I follow? Do I remember that I know so well? Those are the two that I keep an eye out on because those are like somewhere in the same following range as me, and I always try to keep up to date, try to see what they're doing and see what I'm doing. There's a lot of others. I got like 300 people I follow, and there's the two that I keep an eye on. Another guy, he's like a good homie. If I can remember his name right. Some of these TikTok names they're hard to remember. But his name is I'm gonna butcher. I'm just gonna say his name is Johnny, and he's been doing this series of songs that would work together, but they never would meet and work together. And it's like a cool series because it influences that DJ side of me. And I love seeing that. He did a whole thing with like, hey, dark humor joke of the day. I think his name was like Johnny Manana, something like that. Anyway.
Yeah. So
I tried to get him down here a couple times to do a skit with him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And actually, how many, like yesterday, I think you were doing, I saw like on Instagram, you're working with some other people on a shoot or something? Yeah.
So, I was, I posted up this skit. It was like a hand sanitizer in church.
Yeah.
And so I got a couple people from my church. That's the church where we filmed at. He's like our pastor for the young adults group and our men's group. And I asked his family, hey, would you and your family be down to do a skit with me? And his kids love my stuff. They laugh at my skits all the time. So I asked him if he'd be down him and his whole family be down to be part of a skit. Here's this idea that I'm trying to do. And they just said, yeah, they'd be down to do it. And so finally we got a time to where we can meet up at the same time and film. And so, yeah, so that's kind of been, a little different, because mostly all my skits majority of my skits have always just been me and in different costumes. But then having with like the ASDF, cow pretending to be a man skit and the hand working with people is like, it's a little different. It's not just, I can't, I always feel like I don't want to keep redoing this scene because I don't want to waste their time,
Yeah.
So I'm always like a little sensitive.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But, Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, it's fun. I enjoy working with people, and it's fun.
So you said you mentioned the cow being a man kind of thing. What was that like? Because that was hilarious. The cow tribe, like the cow killing everyone, whatever, and just like riding
Yeah,
on a
the cow
skateboard.
man. So yeah, obviously, obviously it's an old school YouTube channel, ASDF movie, and of course, back in the day, I would like watch that all the time, and of course, one of my favorite scenes was the cow pretending to be a man. And I was like, dude, I bet I could dress myself up as a cow, paint my face, and pull that whole skit off. And so I did. Got a few people who were down to be in the skit, and they did a great job. Some of these guys were like actors. They've done dramas, and so I was like, yes, I need to have you. Like, you're great. You'll be perfect. I don't even have to ask. And of course, had one of my best friends in it too. His name is Brennan. Got to be in it. So that was overall just a lot of fun. And it was pretty easy too, because it was only like a 25-second skit. So that way it wasn't so long. There was not going to be any like any frustration or tension trying to film one scene or one bit, So it was fun. I enjoyed it. They laughed. They enjoyed it. So overall, it was a great skit.
So, as you say, like you based that off another video, right? So whenever you do that, like, have you ever like gone back and watched it and ever had any moments like, I wish I could do this better. I wish I could have done that.
Yes.
Just, what are some examples like?
Well, I'll just take for example the last one, the hand sanitizer one. I think I could have done lip syncing a little bit better. I could have lip synced. I could have practiced a little bit more, because I could tell by watching it, it was a little bit off, and I was like, you know what, I could have done that better. I could have redone it. Could have been better. So
are you are you overcritical, or are you just like I just could have done this better, but it's still really good?
When it comes to TikTok, man, I think it's I'm not too overcritical, because I put in a lot of time. Some of these skits take me like 2.5 hours to make, editing and everything. So that after that, I'm thinking, I put in my whole heart into this. I put as much time into it. But there are some times where I'm just like, that could have been better. I could have redone that. But well, it's doing well. It's already got 1 million views.
So, do you watch your TikToks after you make them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a lot of people who don't, and like whether it's YouTube, TikTok, or whatever, and yeah. So you watch yours, like how often do you watch yours?
Well, what I like to do is I always like to click on the sound of the audio and try to watch like people's reactions. A lot of people, what they do with my skits is they do a lot of reaction videos. So I'm always like try to watch their reactions and see if they laugh, because that's one of the things I like to see is people laughing at the skits that I've made. It may not be my joke, and I do give these guys credit for their jokes, but I love seeing people laugh. That's kind of my whole point of making these skits, is to bring that relief and and make people laugh. Let them have a good time, and it makes me happy to see when I see them laugh at my videos. So technically, I'm watching them, but I'm watching mine as well. Or hearing it 1,000 times. So yeah.
So whenever, like, let's just say, or I'm almost 100% sure there has to be someone who's made a TikTok using that sound. And do you ever care that like they've used that like it's exactly like yours? Yeah, that got successful, and they're just trying to like they just try to do that because there's a lot of people who like if it like it's mostly with YouTubers, if they try to do something and somebody replicates it. Do you ever get annoyed with that, or do you just not care? Just like enjoy it? Well,
with YouTube, it's a little bit. It's not annoying. It's just more like, it's kind of a sticky situation for me. There's a reason why I haven't posted. The reason I haven't posted on my TikToks on YouTube is because it'll get flagged down.
Oh.
It'll get copyrighted. And so I'm looking to, I'm in messaging like Brian Ring and Tim Hawkins as their publicists, their managers, asking permission if I can post up my TikToks with their audio on my YouTube, and I haven't got a response yet, and that's kind of why I haven't posted it up on YouTube. And then I go on YouTube and I type in my name to see if anybody's done that, and I'm like, all right, they got this whole license by Comedy Central and all that, but I'm thinking, I mean, I could do the same thing. And I'm wondering, should I do the same thing? What if they never get back to me? So it's a little stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as far as people on TikTok recreating what I'm making, I haven't personally seen anybody. I mean, I actually, when it was like the whole I Before E skit and all that, I saw a couple of people getting successful doing something similar or recreating it. I actually encourage people to like take what I've made and make it better. I think there's this one guy who took the whole I Before E always, and he had an actual chalkboard in the background.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Good on you, bro. Way to put that in there. I like that. You know. So, but yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't have a problem with people recreating this.
Yeah, and I guess that's like the main thing for TikTok, because it's a lot of like TikTok is really you recreating stuff like dances, stuff like that, whatever, like everybody recreates it. So yeah. So you brought up something about the background, and you use a lot of green. Do you use a green screen, or do you like actually having the background?
I use the green screen as my background sometimes, just because it's a very neutral. There's nothing behind. It doesn't look cheesy. You know, it doesn't look like I was like, you know, filming it in my bedroom or something like that. I try to keep it professional. Obviously with TikTok, you don't really need to use it. You don't need to buy a green screen. They already kind of have a green screen filter to use it. So I do use that as far as the green screen is concerned on TikTok, but not like the actual green screen that I bought. I do use it, but it's not for its purpose. I just use it as like a neutral background. If not, I usually have like a wall in my house that it's like blue, another neutral color, just to keep it professional, you know?
Yeah. So So whenever like, okay, so this is also going back to a hashtag thing. I just thought about it. And do you like see like small creators, like what do you think about whenever they do use hashtags that have nothing to do with their video, just trying to like get more people to see it? Like, what do you think about that? Like, do you think that it's fine, or?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I use it all the time. I mean, I try to, when I hashtag, I try to keep it more, you know, more into what I'm actually doing, like facial expressions, impressions, comedy, what is it, For You page, you know, stuff like that. But no, if they're hashtagging like the hot buttons for TikTok, I'm like, yeah, dude, get people to see it. Try to get people to see it, you know? Yeah.
So, what do you, like, whenever like they have a whole bunch of, I know there's some creators that say like, don't put in a whole bunch of hashtags because it looks like you're being, you just kind of like, it's kind of annoying to look at your hashtags and see that many hashtags. What do you think about that? You don't care about it?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, bro. The whole thing of hashtags, I think I was talking to a friend about this. It's like those because people do look up hashtags, believe it or not. They do look under, they do search for hashtags. Very, very small people do, but it's that small percentage of people who do look up hashtags that gets your video more views. You know, as small as the percentage it may be, it still helps, you know? So if somebody were to type in hashtag Tim Hawkins, what's the first thing they're going to see?
Tim Hawkins.
Well,
oh wait. I mean, sorry, my bad. You.
Like the videos that I made with Tim Hawkins. Yeah. So it's just like, it does help in a sense, you know? Yeah. But it's you know, very small people do look that up, but the fact of the matter is, the way I look at it is, you want to do everything in your ability to try to get people to see your video, because you never know who's going to see it. You don't know who's going to recreate it. You don't know who's going to use that sound and make a big deal and look for like, where did that video came from, you know? So I know there's people that's like, oh dude, hashtags are worthless, don't even use it, blah blah blah. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna keep using it and try to get as many people to watch my videos as I can, you know?
Yeah. So that's interesting. So for a lot of people, they say like growing TikTok channel is like a little bit like easier, and how much time like it's like a little bit easier than like building a YouTube channel or whatever. So how much time does it take for you to like build your TikTok channel? How much time did it take?
Honestly, man, not long at all. Like when you talk about building, are you talking about as far as like followers, or are you talking about as far as like content?
Followers, like an actual.
Dude, It didn't take long at all. Honestly, when I started doing the comedy skits, bro, like in June,
Mm-hmm.
like I think it was like June 4th or something like that. I posted the Pop-Tart skit,
Mm-hmm.
and then in a matter of 3 months, what's it been? June, July, August, yeah, 3 months. I'm now at 2.6 million.
Oh, I thought you'd been doing it for
So
some time.
yeah, no, I literally before I started doing these skits, I had like 10,000 followers, and it was just all of me just reacting to videos.
Hmm.
But then as soon as I started doing these comedy skits, in a matter of 3 months, it went from being 10,000 to 2.6 million.
Yeah. So was it crazy for you, like just watching your TikTok
Oh yeah,
channel grow so fast?
that was nuts, dude. I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you know, I think it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not trying to like buff myself up, but I just knowing where our world is at today and kind of all the chaos that's going on, people are desperate for relief. People are desperate for something that's not tenseful. People don't want to always hear politics. People don't want to hear hating. People saying, you know, all this anger and hate that people kind of use TikTok to go off on. People are desperate for something chill, something funny, something that's
Mm-hmm.
like that'll keep them to make them happy, make them laugh instead of make them all tense and anxious, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Mm-hmm.
it was just good timing when I started doing these comedy skits
Mm-hmm.
because I think people were desperate for it. People just wanted something else besides you know high tensions, you know.
Mm-hmm. So the biggest part about a huge part about your channel is the characters. The characters, like you have a character for Tim Hawkins. You got Perry the Platypus, SpongeBob. You know, so how did the character start? Because there's some people like they'll just like maybe change his clothes and then be like, you know, but you have an iconic Tim Hawkins character and you know as the coffee and whatever. So how does that go? How does that work for you?
Well, you know, it all comes back to is like, you know, it's really, you know, if you're a TikTok creator and you're like asking yourself, like, how do you go big? My question is how far are you willing to go?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always tell everybody, it's like, dude, if you want to make it like legit TikTok and maybe, and have it, someone get more attention, like you got to invest. You got to invest into a tripod, maybe get some lights, maybe a green screen, maybe like a neutral background. And then when it comes to like the mom, the Tim Hawkins mom, yeah, I went out and I bought a wig, one that matches kind of my facial expression,
Mm-hmm.
like that way it's not like, you know, weird, but it makes sense, it flows. And I bought a pink shirt, nothing crazy. It wasn't like went out and bought a dress, but it was just a pink shirt to be like this mom. And just so there can be you can see the difference between me and this character, you know. So yeah, I when I make my videos, I try to go be 100% about it, you know. If I'm gonna act as a mom, I want to look like a mom, you know, just by my beard, you know. And so I just yeah, it's just some stuff you just gotta invest sometimes, you know. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, whip out the card, whip out the cash, and buy a wig, buy a t-shirt, buy some paint, you know, or buy a coffee cup, or a cup of dirt. I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
Just all these things, you know. Even like yeah. So even like the whole ASDF. Yeah, I bought a cow costume. Yes, I bought black and white paint. Why? Because I want to make my TikTok legit. I want to make it professional. I want it to be good quality, you know. So yeah.
Okay. So can you reiterate the Tim Hawkins coffee order? Can you?
Okay, here's what I want. Listen. I want. Oh, geez, I'm gonna forget. I want. It's been a while since I've was it. Was this one of the questions you asked me before? Because I don't remember. I'm trying to remember. I want a tall, sugar-free, decaf soy vanilla latte, extra cream, double sleeve, No cup. Nah, that's not it, but that's close. That's
Yeah. You actually went to Starbucks and tried to order that, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I had to try it. I wanted to like test that out. I want to see.
What
I
was
wanted
that
to
like?
get like their reaction and taste it to see how it was, and it was actually really good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
No cup. They still gave me a cup. They gave me a cup.
Yeah. So they messed up the order.
Yeah. So I need to get my money back.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So I'm trying to think of that. I'm just gonna go off some other stuff and then see if you can try and like name what happened at TikTok. So where were you when Timmy got pushed off the seesaw?
I was over on the bench.
Okay.
It was Tyler, by the way.
Oh.
You screwed it up.
No.
This interview's done.
Now, what time did you get back home? And your mom fate?
3 a.m.
Yeah. And what'd you switch on instead of the light?
Garbage disposal.
And what was the mom reaction?
Beat me with the shoe.
Okay. So, SpongeBob, Squidward. What did Squidward eat?
What's up?
What did Squidward eat?
Krabby Patties? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Krabby Patties. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's just those I actually thought right now. I think if there's any more that like are iconic moments, or like there are, but like I just can't think of any right now. But what are some of your favorite TikToks that you've made?
I think one of my favorite TikToks. I would definitely say the boxing and moosing is one of my favorite TikToks that I made. Because that was like the first Brian Regan joke I heard of him, and I just remember laughing so much when I first heard it, like way back in the day. And then being able to now make a skit out of it was just like a good moment for me. And then obviously with the whole 2 boxing and donuts, I went to Dunkin' Donuts, boxing and donuts.
Yeah.
At 11 o'clock at night. Man, it was. I just got off work.
Oh really?
Like I gotta film this skit, so I need to go find a donut shop that's still open. And Dunkin' I can't even say it right. Dunkin' Donuts was still open, and it was like, give me 2 boxes of donuts.
Were they surprised that you even came in and ordered that? Like,
no,
they didn't care.
They didn't care.
Like,
But just being able to recreate that skit and have Erwin, I already had the skit planned out in my mind, so it was really easy to put together. So, and I just had a lot of fun doing that. Another favorite one I did was Parents Night Out. Like, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want? What do you want? Would you just think of that one? So that one was a good one because that one probably took the longest. That was like the 2.5 hour one because just because of those quick little scenes I had to put together between the husband and the wife, and then also having my little brother be the waiter and later in the skit. And it was just that was just so funny. It was just a funny joke, especially at the very end. No, she likes Pepsi. Like it was just overall a funny good skit I put together. So that was a good job.
Yeah. So another one that I liked was the hospital one, and you made 2 parts to that. So was that like a fan influence part 2, or was that one that you already had planned?
When you listen to Brian Regan and his whole hospital skit, that whole comedy joke is an 9-minute skit. There's so much that he has just in talking about the hospital, and obviously I only have 59 seconds to put a skit together, so I was like, I can't put 9 minutes into 59 seconds. So I decided to make a part 2. I think there was a little bit of like audience influence because somebody was like, say eight. I was like, all right, I wanted to do that, but 59 seconds. What can I say? So it was like I was like, there's more to this joke I can do, and so I just decided to make a part 2 out of it.
Okay. So is there what's like a fan influence like? How big is a fan influence for you?
Huge.
Have there been any people like make another one of these, or like do this or do that, or like what is the biggest thing? Or have you ever uploaded something that was based off the fans? Or...
Oh yeah, dude, all the time. Somebody, I think when I do live streams, once in a while I'll ask, once in a while I'll ask, hey guys, if I were to do a comedy skit, what comedian should I use? And a lot of people, I remember specifically this one, the whole Jim Gaffigan McDonald's one, McDonald's fries. That was completely fan influenced. I was alive, and someone said Jim Gaffigan, and I said, what skit? And I just remember there was like 20 people said McDonald's for fries, McDonald's fries, McDonald's fries. Like, okay, people really want me to do the McDonald's one. And so I listened to it, and I just remember I was just cracking up when I first heard it. I was just like, yes, I have to do this one. This is a must. So then I did that skit, posted it up, bought a Jesus costume, and just went for it. So that was a good one. And of course, a lot of people wanted me to do John Mulaney, which was a huge success. That's probably both the John Mulaney skits, Over on the Bench and Toothbrush. Both did very successful. So yeah, everybody was like saying you should do John Mulaney. So I was like, yeah, eventually I'm gonna have John Mulaney.
Yeah. So the Michael Jr. casket at church, a lot of that was like you editing like pictures into that. Like, what was that like? How long do you take to edit one TikTok?
So I did, that was a long one too. That took a lot of time, and how do I put this? Yeah, at that time I was thinking like I'm not sure how I would want to do this. So I just started thinking, well, I'll just green screen everything. So I think I spent like a good 30 minutes, maybe 30 to 45 minutes looking for pictures online of like funerals and caskets and pews. Because obviously I'm not filming in a church. And I think originally I did want to film in a church, but it was late at night and I needed to post something up the next day. So I just green screened it, just looked up for pictures online, something that could fit well, that doesn't look out of place, and that I can, position myself to where it looks like I'm actually sitting in the pews or I'm coming into the church. So that was a process and trying to find like the right pictures for it. But in the end, that worked out really well.
Okay. So do you use TikTok or do you use another software to edit?
So what I do, because I am a DJ, and this is kind of where it all kind of comes together. Because I am a DJ, I have a mixer. And what I do is I'll download these comedy skits from YouTube, and then I'll put that into my DJ board, and then I'll cut it to where I want to perform this, cut it into 59 seconds to where I can perform the skit. I'll take that, put it onto my phone, upload it to a private setting on my phone to where it's just me looking at it. And then once that's up there, I'll use the audio from that sound to actually film the skit in chronological order.
That's cool. Yeah, because I just started getting into TikTok. Like, I created a channel not too long ago, and just to like help, like, for fun, why not like just create it? And yesterday I uploaded one about, and I'm a big football fan, so it's like a lot of football stuff on there. And it's like yesterday all I was doing is I didn't know how to do anything, so I just like I had the green screen on and just put the photo and just had the camera above. Just try not. So I'm still like not really knowing what to do on it. So yeah, did you like get yourself into it like self-taught or did somebody help you out with that?
Yeah, man. Well, I think I really, when it comes to like filming and making comedy skits, I think I really did get my start with David Lopez. I used to be back when Vine was big and YouTube. I was in a lot of David Lopez's Vines, and so me just being an extra wasn't a big part. But me just being an extra in his videos, I kind of sat back and I paid attention to the cameraman. I paid attention. His name was Jordan. He's a great filmer. I just sat back and kind of watched and how David directed and how he wanted scenes in certain places and lighting and stuff like this. So I just kind of sat back and I wasn't thinking about, I'm going to go ahead and make my own. Eventually I was like, no, I'm going to go DJ somewhere. But I kind of picked up a lot of that from them. When I put TikTok, I was like, what did Jordan say? How did he film this one bit? And I kind of learned from that.
Okay. So And you said Vine, so that's interesting. Like, what was your feeling whenever Vine and Musical.ly got deleted? Now, TikTok's getting, there's some banned talks and whatever, So, what do you think about that?
Well, first of all, I don't think TikTok's going to get banned.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok is a billion-dollar company, and Trump is a businessman, and I think he's just using big business terms to get what he wants for the country. So, honestly, what's happened in the last few weeks has turned out really good for American TikTokers, considering the fact that a lot of us are now getting paid per views.
Oh,
This whole Creators Fund on TikTok, and it now being owned by, or part of it. I'm not sure the exact thing about it, but now that part of TikTok or all of TikTok is owned by Microsoft now, and so it's not getting banned. First of all, I don't believe it's going to get banned. If it does get banned, I will be shocked because that's like $1 billion company gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Vine was $1 billion company, and I don't know anything about Musical.ly, but yeah, I just remember. Personally, I just remember with Vine, it was just fading out. It was just like not cool to use anymore. Kind of like Facebook,
Yeah.
As soon as they started introducing like, you can watch it for 6 seconds or you can watch it longer. I think that kind of took took it away from what Vine was meant for, Because I think Vine was like, how creative, how funny can you be in 6 seconds? And there was people like David Lopez that was very successful at it. And then once they started like making it like longer, I was just like, this is too long. I don't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah. So let's just say like something happens and like TikTok gets banned or something. Like, how would that affect you? Like, of course, that would affect your TikTok page, but like, how would that? There's some people who like, if it does get banned, it's like cool, like whatever. But then there's some like that are trying to do everything they can for, So what is your take on that?
I mean, it would totally affect me a lot, dude. I mean, I don't have the same amount of followers like I have on Instagram or YouTube or Twitch. So, and then, so I would definitely lose all those followers big time. It'd be a big hit. But I think a lot of the big creators on TikTok right now, they're doing their best to try to convert their followers to like YouTube. And eventually I'm going to start doing that. I mean, I've had a big YouTube guy, big VR YouTube guy. His name is Your Narrator. He hit me up one day through a live stream. And then we kind of been chatting. He said, yeah, dude, if you ever want to play video games, I'm down to play with you. So I took that as an opportunity to invest into a VR set. And now I realize that VR is very, very, very high tech. So I have to buy a new computer. So I'm going to build my own computer. So basically what I'm going to do is, if TikTok does get banned, hopefully I'll be able to convert my followers on YouTube and make comedy skits with these guys on YouTube, or make my own comedy skits without them. I don't know. So that's kind of my plan. I mean, I'll also have a Twitch channel where I've DJed and play video games with. And so hopefully it'll follow through, and then maybe I can start building that back up again, because this is something that I do kind of want to like make it my career now. Especially with this whole creator fund thing, it's honestly, I'm almost at a point where I'm ready to quit my job and do this full time. Okay. But I wait until I get my merch out and start selling that and see how that goes. That way I can be a little bit safe and secure before I make any rash decisions like that. Yeah. So I gotta
so do you have what type of merch do you have coming out right now, or planning?
So I'm planning to come out with I'm planning out with 2 t-shirts, a t-shirt, 2 different colors. And it is actually going to be the Perry the Platypus logo. Okay. It's going to be like on the side. Yeah. Chest right there. And right now I do have a website, www.DJHuntsofficial.com. I've had it for a couple of years. Haven't really done too much with it. So before I even start doing that, but I am going to have those shirts be a pre-order. That way I have an idea of how many shirts I should actually buy. But before I do that, I want to get my website up to date. We're making some new changes to the website and talking to somebody who's helping me out. And so that's in the process right now. So so we got that coming out pretty soon, hopefully soon.
Nice. And then to finish off, let's go into DJ side of you. So how did DJ, how did you start becoming a DJ?
Did I start DJ? Dude, I was at of all places. I was at a Bible college in York, England, where I was like, getting my degree in biblical studies. I have an associate's degree in that. And one of my best friends, his name is Joey Savage, and guy, he was like an old school DJ. And I was at that time I was kind of like into like the screamo heavy music that had like electronic music in the bit with it, like Attack Attack, Ask Alexandria, bands like that. And I was kind of really into that. So I was kind of really gravitating towards electronic music. And then one of my friends being a DJ who played a lot of house music, a lot of electronic music, I was just like, oh, that looks interesting. And then he talked about there was this app you can download on your phone to start DJing with. And I purchased it, started DJing for it, and then started getting into it. Eventually I bought my own equipment, started doing shows, started putting mixes together on YouTube, putting up on YouTube, SoundCloud, and then eventually got into streaming on Twitch. And so that's kind of where it went. Yeah.
So have you like DJed at parties or anything yet? Or
oh yeah, I did. Okay. It was like the last Saturday I did a party, and they found me up on Instagram, and they found me on TikTok, and so I got to do stuff like that. I've done a festival before, at Joshua Fest. It would have been in the summers, so that was a lot of fun. It was a good crowd, and then, yeah, a lot of other parties and stuff like that, live streaming parties, weddings, birthdays, 4th of July, Independence Day, stuff like that.
Okay, so that's cool. So I think that's gonna do it here for this interview. But it was really fun having you on the show. It was really interesting because usually it's just you're watching your TikToks, and now it's like actually talking to you, and that's like really cool. And yeah, so hope that y'all guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, share it. Follow the channel so you get the live updates. And if you can, give me a 5-star rating because I know that's somewhere that is an option. But yeah, so did you want to sign us off? Shout yourself out, maybe.
Yeah, I'll just later, guys.
Okay.
Like just leave, like leave the room.
I'll just stop the recording.
Oh, okay, cool.
So see you guys.